Alright, so I'm going to discuss albedo. Albedo, I think it's Latin, and solar panels. So these are my funky monkey 36 volt panels here. These leaves were frozen in the fall. I didn't have these hooked up, so I neglected cleaning them. These leaves froze to the panels, and that hurts your voltage. But because of albedo, which means the dark, pretty much black, absorbs light and converts it to heat, I can now remove these leaves that were formerly frosted on there, hurting my voltage. And your panels, you can buy used ones, or as long as the top sheet is intact and the seals are good, they're still alright panels. They're just ugly. These are just factory screw-ups. So I'm getting the leaves off. So on the market right now, there's see how this just melts right off. That's just from sunlight hitting it. And the albedo. Albedo. Sorry, I should have practiced that before I said it. So see how this is white because of snow? It reflects light, so it has a cooling effect. But you get that off there. Now it has an absorbing effect of light. And not only will it produce electricity, but it'll produce some heat, surface heat. So, monocrystalline are usually black. Polycrystalline are usually blue. Monocrystalline are more expensive. They're made out of a single crystal wafer. These are like ground meat version of steak. They use pieces and meld them together, or they grow that way, or they're basically, that's the ground beef, that's a steak. These usually put out more power per square inch. These are usually less expensive to buy. Life on them are pretty much, they say pretty much the same. So that's two kinds you're going to find. Let me get rid of these other leaves real quick. The other kind, I think they're called CIGS. They're really hard to find because every manufacturer that made them had difficulty selling them, and most of them went away. Like they went bankrupt, or so it's really specialized. You'll find them on like satellites and things like that, where they're the most efficient of all. And CIGS stands for something I don't know right now. You can check it out, look it up if you care, if you're in that market. So that's the end of that. So those are willow leaves. Oh, a couple more leaves. So what am I doing? I'm getting rid of the leaves. So these little wafers in there, they have ability to work around like obstructions, like leaves and stuff, but it lowers the voltage. So to get them all working for you, you want them all cleared out. So I'll show you a CIGS panel here. I only have one little CIGS panel, and I bought it without knowing I'd get one. CIGS panels, how would I describe that? Kind of a brown glass, okay? Don't confuse, there's another kind, the thin film panels. I stay away from those. They don't last very long compared to the rest. I don't know how long CIGS panels last, but they're the most expensive type out there right now. And this is from Amazon. It's a battery tender. They needed the most efficient panel they could in the space. It's supposed to be on a vehicle or an RV, and it kind of charges and maintains your lead acid batteries, and that's what it's doing on that group there. Just some old batteries that keep around for whatever. As long as those are charged, they won't freeze, as far as I know. So, but it's a charge controller and panel all in one unit. So if something goes, the whole thing goes. That's not, well, anyway. So that's SIG right there. Those are supposed to even be more efficient than mono. But people have asked, hey, you know, do panels clear themselves? No, you gotta clear them. So if these are up on my roof, they'd still be covered. I've swept off the ones that are active, and the rest I don't care about right now because they're not active. So you gotta clean them off. So ground mount has a lot to go for it if you're in a snowy place. Alright, thank you. Turn this off here. Can't see it, it's too much glare. I can't turn this sucker off. Alright.